Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's a beautiful middle of the weekday, and this is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. Notice that I never say it's unprepared because you always have to be prepared for everything. So it is not unprepared, but it is unedited. It's just that's why it's called In the Raw. Anyways, have you ever heard this question? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why is there bad in the world? Why is always, why does God allow bad things to happen to good people? Why does God allow it? And the truth is this. First of all, there's not an absolute truth to good people. There's no good people. We are all broken. We are all living in sin. We all have sin. So there's no such thing as good people in the absolute. I guess that's what I wanted to say. I kind of didn't come out that way. There's people that are, how can I put this? People that are more good than others in certain senses, or if you're going to compare, but there's no such thing as good people in the absolute. We all have something. We all have mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all have evil in us, even, as extreme that might sound, we all have something that brings us down, and that's just the nature of it. We're nobody's perfect, right? Jesus said himself, he said, when somebody called him good master, he says, why do you call me good? The only one that's good is God, and so we got to start off with that. There is no such thing as good, in the absolute. Also, the other thing we need to understand is that God does not allow bad things to happen to us, or he doesn't cause bad things to happen to us. He doesn't, strike, us with bad things, with misery, with, sickness. I mean, everything that happens to us is a result of our decisions. It's a consequence of our decisions. But God does not do that to us. God does not punish us or strike punishment on us. We bring it upon ourselves. And the best example I can find in the Bible is Job. Job, the Bible describes him as a righteous man. He was righteous. He tried to live a life that was good, even though he wasn't completely or absolutely good. He was living a life that was pleasing to God. And so the story goes that Satan goes to God and says, have you considered your son Job? He's righteous, but if you allow me to strike him with bad things, he's going to curse you. And God allowed it. He said, okay, because I know that he's not going to react the way you're thinking. And that's how it was. If you read the story in the book of Job, that's how it was. He never cursed God. He always acknowledged God, and and so we can see that he, even though he was stricken with misery, with loss, and eventually disease, he always knew that God was there, with him or for him. And so, when something bad happens to us, it can be a consequence of our decisions that we've made, of bad choices that we've made. But it can also be something that the enemy's trying to throw at us so that we can curse God. And that's the whole point of this. How many times have we just said, I'm going to give my back to God because, this happened to me. I lost my mom, my dad, unjustly, or, there was loss in my life from, like financially, or, something happened to me that was devastating, and I'm going to turn my back on God. And we need to understand that it's not him who's allowing it. Or you also have the people that say, why is there, hunger in the world? Why are people starving to death? Why are people being killed unjustly, or without justification? And there is no justification to take somebody's life, actually. But why are people dying? Why is there war? There's a lot of these arguments that come up, which are valid. But again, everything is a consequence of our decisions, and it's also a consequence of evil. Satan wants to bring us down, wants to bring humanity down. We have to understand that Satan hates humanity, because humanity was created in the image of God. So when he sees a human being, he sees God, and so he hates humanity. And so he's trying to bring everybody down. He's trying to kill everybody. He's trying to cause pain on people, and that's why, because there's evils. And as long as there's evil in the world, we're going to have all of this. But here's the hope that we have. It says in Romans 8:28, and we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. So in spite of everything that can happen to us that is bad, it says God causes everything to work together. So God will use that misfortune. God will use that situation that you're going through. He's going to use it to work together for your good. That's what it says here. But then there's a kicker. Those who love God. So that's very important that's why it's very important that we love God, that we acknowledge him, that we worship him, that we have a relationship with him, that we're in love with him, because he's going to cause that everything work out together for the good. As long as we love God, So that's the point of all of this. Anyways, I hope everything is good, and we will talk to you soon.